What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Detroit Tigers franchise. The Tigers are back at home for this episode to start a 3-game set against the Cleveland Indians. Tigers are 73-61 and lead a very tight AL Central division. Coming up next, it's Indians versus the Tigers.
At the starting lineup for
Taking a look at the Indians starting lineup, Michael Bourne will lead off, followed by Jason Kipnis and Michael Brantley. And we'll take a look at the Tigers starter tonight. It is Kyle Ryan. He is 2-3 on the season, filling in because of injuries. He's got a 4.15 ERA, and he's going to take the mound here with Jason Kipnis up. And Kipnis is going to ground this one to the shortstop in the hole deep. Iglesias dives and makes the stop, but cannot make a play to first here. Later on, Michael Brantley is going to line out there to Iglesias, and that will put 2 away here in the inning. Later on, Brandon Moss up, and he's going to ground right to Cabrera, who's having a hard time there finding the bag there at first. He gets the out, and the Tigers get out of the inning. Looking at the Tigers starting lineup, Rajay Davis leads off, followed by Anthony Gose and Miguel Cabrera. We really need the top of this lineup to get going tonight in order to secure the victory. Trevor Bauer is the starter for the Indians. He's 10-9 on the season with a 5.22 ERA. Up in the box now, Anthony Gose with 1 out, a full count, and he's going to strike out swinging there. And there's 2 away here in the bottom half of the Tigers' first inning. Up next, Miguel Cabrera, and Cabrera going down swinging as well. You don't see that a lot, and the Indians get out of the first inning without giving up a hit. And we'll move to the bottom of the second now. Yoenis Cespedes at the plate here with 1 out, a 3-1 count on Cespedes, and he's going to take this one into the gap in right center field. It's down, it's off the wall. Cespedes heading for second, rounding it, heading for third, and he will get in easily to third for a triple with 1 out. Later on, Ian Kinsler up, and he's grounding to second. That will score the run. Kinsler will be thrown out at first, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Alex Avila at the plate now with Kinsler on first, but he will line out to center, and the Tigers are out here in the second inning. But they take a 1-0 lead over the Indians. Top third, Michael Bourne is going to bunt this one down the first base line, and it's going to be a bunt single for Michael Bourne. That will put runners at first and second. Jason Kipnis up now, and he's going to single this one into left, and the throw home will hold the runner at third. And that's going to bring up Michael Brantley to the plate with the bases loaded and a full count. And Brantley gonna pop this one up with the bases loaded and nobody out, an infield fly rule in effect. And that's gonna bring up Brandon Moss now, and Moss going down swinging on the high inside fastball, and there's 2 away, and that brings it down to Carlos Santana, and Santana going down looking. The Indians cannot get a run after having the bases loaded with nobody out. It remains the Tigers ahead 1-0 midway through the third. We move now to the top of the 5th. Francisco Lindor at the plate, and a 2-1 count. And Lindor gonna single this one between first and second, just past a diving Ian Kinsler. And after another single, it's gonna put 2 men on. Jason Kipnis gonna go deep to right and gone out of this ballpark here. And the Indians take a 3-0 or 3-1 lead over the Tigers here on the Kipnis 3-run home run here in the top of the 5th. Yan Gomes now up at the plate, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout. He's got a man on first, and Gomes hitting this one hard left center field. Will they get there? They will not. It is down off the wall. The throw comes in. Runner rounds third and will score. And Gomes has an RBI double. And the Twins take a 4-1 lead off the Kipnis 3-run home run. And we move to the bottom of the 5th. Trevor Plouffe at the plate. He goes down swinging at the ball in the dirt. They'll throw on to first to get him. Up next, Alex Avila. swinging at the ball in the dirt as well. And they will get him at first. And Jose Iglesias, trying to get something going, will pop up here to the first baseman. And the Tigers out here in the bottom of the 5th, down now 4-1 against the Indians. That will bring up Lonnie Chisenhall in the top of the 6th. And Chisenhall is going to lead off with a high hit out to right center and gone. The Indians take a 5-1 lead over the Tigers here in the top of the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Michael Brantley now with 2 outs and a man on. He's going to ground to the shortstop Iglesias, who will throw on to first. A nice scoop there by Cabrera. And the Indians are done, but not before getting a leadoff home run by Lonnie Chisenhall to extend their lead 5-1. We move now to the bottom of the 6th. Anthony Ghost at the plate with a man on. He's going to rocket that one down into left field. And that will put Min at first and second with nobody out. That's going to bring up Miguel Cabrera. 0-for-1 with a walk on the day. Cabrera going to punch this one between third and short. And that is going to score a run to make it 5-2 in favor of the Indians. The Tigers getting a little closer here as the pitching coach comes out to have a word with their pitcher, Trevor Bauer. Victor Martinez now at the plate, and he goes down on the check swing, strikeout, and that will leave it up here to Ian Kinsler with 2 on, 2 out, and the runner's going, and Kinsler strikes out looking, and the Tigers get 1 run. They trail now 5-2 after 6. Move to the top of the 7th inning now. Brandon Moss up to lead off here in the top of the 7th. Already up 5-2. Moss going to hit this one hard to right field. Back goes the right fielder, and this one gone. Home run again, number 3 for the Indians today, and they extend their lead 6-2. Up next, Nick Swisher with 2 outs. In a 2-2 count will pop out here. Miguel Cabrera will settle under this one, and he will get the out. And the Indians get a run off the Brandon Moss home run and extend their lead 6-2 over the Tigers. We move now to the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 man on, Ian Kinsler coming up to the plate here with 1 out, a 2-1 count, and Kinsler hitting this one hard to center field. It's going to get down past the center fielder all the way to the wall. That will score a run. Kinsler rounding second and will get into third easily with a triple. And it's now 6-3 Indians. That will bring up Cody Allen to try to save this game. He's got 40 saves on the season in 44 games. And we got a pinch hitter, James McCann, coming in for Alex Avila. McCann, 1-1. Will smack this one into right. It's down. The run scores. It's 6-4 now. Indians ahead by only 2. Can the Tigers complete the comeback? Jose Iglesias up here. And Iglesias going to smack this one into right. It gets down. That will put runners at the corners. And Rajay Davis comes to the plate as the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, a 2-2 count. And Davis going down swinging on the high inside fastball. And the Tigers cannot complete the comeback. The Indians will take this one, sweating it throughout the 9th there. And the Tigers lose this one. Jason Kipnis, the player of the game. 3 hits, 1 run, 1 home run, and 3 RBIs on the day. And the Indians get the victory by a narrow margin, 6-4 over Detroit.
This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
So the Tigers lose the opener against Cleveland, and we will move on. They would take the next 2. They would also take 2 of 3 against Tampa Bay, and they would take 3 of 4 against Cleveland in the next set, and lose 2 of 3 against Minnesota in that series. And we'll take a look at the standings here. The Tigers, 81-66, remain 4.5 games ahead of the Twins, 5.5 ahead of the Indians, and the Royals 7 back. The White Sox not in contention there, 18.5 games out. And coming up next, the Tigers will be at home against the Kansas City Royals for a 3-game set. I want to hear your comments down below about how we played today. What players stood out to you? Leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you are new and want to see more Detroit Tigers franchise. And as always, you can follow me over on Twitter at MaddenBallerz, and we'll catch you in the next episode.